Flicker is there in case you need it.
Yeah, he's American, but also, yeah.
Yep.
If I had a.
Both of them, if they will work.
Yeah, we'll check them out right now.
So much intensity.
Do you want to use the thumb
clicker.
drive, or do you want to use the,
I don't.
or do
We'll see
you
if,
want
we'll see if
do I-
So the first one's a video that's just gonna play.
Yeah.
So we'll play the video, then we'll switch over to the flipping book, and the flipping book really, you can't use the clicker.
Oh, that's right.
It has to be the mouse, and
Okay.
he may have you just kind of take cues from what he's talking about, or he may.
Or he can do it. Yeah, we'll let him because Brian will probably go back out and sit out there.
Yeah, try to get out of the way because otherwise I'll start talking
There's a
and
top
making
one.
jokes. Christy?
Christy.
So, yeah, if you just scroll down, you'll send it to like. So sorry.
Don't worry about it.
So that's it, right?
Oh.
there. So the first one's the video, and then the second one is the flipping book. So if we want to leave both tabs open, that'd be off. I do have you might have a proxy firewall because of
It's
school district, so I have it on USB.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to,
Have it on.
See if the flip book works.
So that one loads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just enter should flip the page, right?
Yeah. You gotta bring it over to the right a little bit.
I just want to see if.
So, and Presley, there's the old guy like me, the young guy like him.
Like me.
This is Victor and old Henri up there is from Texas, so you have to.
Okay.
it's always good to have a backup though, right?
Backup, and then this has the video on it as well. You'll see it's called like, just.
Okay.
So you're not gonna be here running it.
I
You'll stand and get the video started maybe?
We'll get it.
we'll get it, everything, but then I'll get out of your way.
He'll get the meeting started and go. Because how long?
Christie works for the.
15 minutes maybe.
You can have,
So we'll probably gonna try to give it a half hour.
yeah.
So there'll be some. We'll do questions. No.
Yeah, we make it to where there's plenty of time, or we try to make it.
And you saw it.
Yeah.
So we just do quick reports or none. and
Yeah, we'll do the
just-
reports very quickly.
Yeah, I won't do any jokes today.
Aaron has something.
I do jokes every.
Yeah.
I do dad jokes.
Yeah, you still.
Okay, if we have.
I think. I mean, we can get through it and then reports and then we'll let James know to just keep everybody moving.
Yeah.
You know? But Aaron also wanted to say something. I don't know what Gary Antonovich said.
But it's 30 minutes is enough.
Yeah, you'll have 30 minutes to.
That, what place is it?
At the end.
Oh,
Yeah, after so we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance and we go into just each report real quick and odds are we'll skip some people. And then we do what's called Happy Bucks. You
A
know,
raffle.
in a raffle. They'll walk around with this pail. You'll see that as soon as they do that. Well, and well, yeah, right. Two raffles are $3. Yeah, so $2 for 3 tickets for the raffle. And then after that, we'll have them come up. After the oh yeah, I'll introduce her or I'll say our speaker today is. And, yeah.
And then you would, how would we get the video started?
Instant. So here's the deal. I'm not a tech person. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to toss this out the window. But I do know how. See, like I don't even how do you get there.
Oh, yeah, or you could.
Excuse me. See, that's just it. OneDrive, PC. Yep. Does it have an on and off?
Does it need to be?
Oh wait, press that button. Yep, mouse there. Should be there now.
One of these.
So
Oh, see, right, it's right
what
there.
I do a lot of times, are these both what he's gonna need or
This
just the
is
one?
top
Okay.
one.
If you just open it, and
Yeah.
like usually put it at the bottom. and
Yeah, we leave it loaded at least.
So there it is. So fix it back to the beginning and have it ready to go.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And so it'll just minimize.
Here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, in, should be, let's see. Did you see the volume? Was the volume coming over?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Lisa probably was.
It wasn't, it was coming through it was coming through this. Um,
Start, you can start clicking the footer calculation.
the clicker does? Is that what you were saying?
Doesn't matter what.
You switch the page.
Oh, okay.
Special things.
Special effects, yes.
Now you're changing the job, right? You're going out on your own, or-
I'm gonna close that window.
So.
No, hold on, that's. Wait. Cool. Okay, so. Where is all this? Okay. Satellite clubs? Is this?
That's something Lance talked.
Okay, I'm gonna close that out. Sound that out. So DuckDuckGo. Okay, so that's his presentation, or that video presentation, and then where'd we go? There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. This up. One Mary one. Okay. Okay, good. I was like, is it stuck again? All right, and then share. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Together, you can't grow. You figure it out with someone's help. I've never probably been about it myself when I first started. My girls were gone and ran. Some of those guys.
My boss is.
I know something's gonna go solve it. This is. So, bluegrass people. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Were you doubling up on club?
Pardon me?
Were you part of multiple clubs at once?
No, just one club at a time. Yeah. But like I said, 40, my biggest fit was.
Okay. Where are you from out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Did I not do that?
Yeah. We have 3 dogs.
You want someone taller than you to do that? No, I like the struggle, man. I know, that's what I was about to say. You'll probably want to fix it. He's here, he's pulled in.
Excited. Yeah, right?
How did you do for your career? It's been 25 years.
He's been a good.
Okay. Yeah.
Lucky I never get one.
I think I just lost that feeling by so cold.
Yeah.
The next 25 years.
Gotta got it. Gotta got
So I see your badge says finance.
Yes.
Are you legal for finance?
No, that's just. Because I was.
Oh, crap.
So that's why.
Okay. Okay, very nice.
It used to be, but excellent percent members of the council. So.
Well, nice
But,
to meet you.
just correct it. I think liquor works on certain things. It may-
This is one, this is one of the ones.
Yeah, we have a clicker too that has a.
It has a laser on it,
It's gonna be what he'll just go over is what you're wanting to do and then hit play on the video, or are you gonna press play on the video?
Yeah, I mean, I can do whatever you want to do. I'll get it. I'll share the screen so it comes up. And it
Okay.
smells the potatoes on it.
I kinda do.
Well, no, you're fine. If you want, we can sit up there and start stacking stuff so nobody even
So would you
sees.
actually show me then exactly?
Yeah.
So after you come up.
So whenever you guys are, whenever we're about to, when you guys come up to speak,
Mhm.
I will do share.
Okay.
And what that does, then it allows us to share with,
Out.
with these guys,
Yeah.
what we're doing. So,
Now, will this be right in front of that? And so when I minimize it, this will be still shared?
we'll,
Or can you
You-
share them both?
well, when we'll pick one to start with.
Okay, we're gonna start with the video.
Right. And then what you do is then you'll come down here to the other one, right? So pretend it's being, one of them's being shared. Then you'll come down to where the other one is. Let's say which one are you gonna start with, you think?
I'm gonna definitely start with the video.
So that's the one we're gonna share. And then the other, where do we say the other one? Yeah, that's the one that we're gonna share, but here's the other one.
Yeah, there's the other one. That's the
So
video that's first.
Yeah, so then
Okay.
whenever you're done with that other one, you'll just click on this down here and it should bring it up to share.
It's still shared on this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But once we say share,
Yeah,
it
it's.
doesn't matter what you're doing on
Whatever,
this.
whatever's on.
Yeah, yeah.
So as soon as he'll get,
Yes.
he'll greet and I'll just raise this up and then hit play.
Mhm.
And then when he's done, then I'll just, I can just do it for him.
Yeah.
I actually brought a mouse, which was so funny too, but I brought the wrong, I don't think we have room.
So, well, it's,
So I'm like,
and then somebody said we need to get a bigger one. I'm like, holy smokes, they have bigger ones? Like. the
they
same
do,
thing
I
that-
actually brought one.
Are you serious? It's
Yeah.
amazing to me that the computer can have multiple outputs into one.
Yes.
It's just bizarre. How's it doesn't, I don't get it. And I'm not like, honestly, I get so frustrated. And I get frustrated very easy when you're standing in front of everybody and something's not working. You're like,
We have instant panic when that happens. I have instant panic. I'm like, and then, yeah, it's.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on. You're the most organized person I know.
Okay, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
I don't know who you met, but it wasn't me. It was my clone or something, but, no, I just, when you're people, I don't love
yeah,
being in front of people. So I'm just like.
right. And then you feel it on you. Yeah, I did.
Well, that's why you,
Yeah, I'll come and sit. Normally nobody sits in the front, so you can sit up front. Yeah.
that's why you hide in advisory committee meetings in the back. Right?
I am not a front person. I prefer to be. You don't mind talking to people. You just don't like the tech part?
If I'm talking, I don't mind talking to people. I actually would prefer if it's an insurance related thing, I can talk to.
Anybody any day, because it's your expertise.
But when I'm up in front of these guys, I get nervous every time.
Every time?
Well, yeah, every time.
It's,
Yeah, because also,
give him a, any edge at all. He's from Texas, no.
No,
I assume I'm gonna say something stupid.
you just keep them and they're ready. They're ready.
Oh, we are. Yeah, we are.
It's a loaded gun you're facing. Well, yeah, you hope anyway, right? But it's honestly, it's a great group, but it's one of those kind of things I think where it's, I think maybe think of it, well, the way I have to think of it is like a light switch. So I'm the most extroverted introvert you'll ever meet. But because of my job, and I do love people, but I would much rather, yeah, it does, it works for me. Because I'm just not naturally this way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we have a great community. I mean, honestly, we have the opportunity to be able to hear a lot of great people speak.
And I saw the list and you got like.
Yeah. It's kind of exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they do. And it's just neat. And then the makeup of our group is interesting. You've got all walks of life and it's so funny. Obviously, we don't really get into any kind of politics, but you have Sam Love, who's a member. You also have Steve Hobb, But they both, obviously they get along anyway, but they're so different, right? And the beauty is wherever you lie, you can have a conversation with each of them when they're here and they'll take a minute to talk to you. And it may not be a popular opinion that you're talking about, but they'll talk to you about it. And then you have the great mayor, you've got, you know, Ron, who everybody, I mean, dude, he's a friend of my wife.
I can't even.
Really? I didn't really know him at first in a club, but my wife's car literally broke down in a turn lane on 20, and he pulls up behind her, and he was in his official vehicle, turned on the lights, and walked up. Hey, I probably can't help you, so I'll sit. Well, I said, wait. Yeah, he stayed until the fire or right in the middle of the road. So he just hung out, and I thought, oh man, how cool is that? Like in a big city. I mean, I've had my car break down, and cops just kind of pass you, and it's like I'm in the middle of the road. I mean, so
Out here, help me out.
I'm on a busy highway. I can't believe you didn't pull over, turn on your lights so nobody hits you.
But.
Yeah.
people
Oh
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what I love. Cool guy. Yeah. Yeah. He's always helping. And that's what I love. Again, that's our club, right? Mhm. Like-minded, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. I just know that somebody's gonna give me a hard time, which is fine. You'll hear it though.
Yeah, you-
Well, so no, that's I was thinking when there's your deputy and we have the same time agree.
Oh,
You know?
it's okay.
What's up?
Good morning. Did you say no?
It's easier just to start off
No.
with a no, and then everything else can be a yes.
I would like to present one slide. I
Have it on a flash drive, or can you email it in?
I emailed
Oh,
Gary.
to Gary or to Secretary
I
at?
emailed it to Gary,
Okay.
but I also have it on Google. I don't have my phone.
So here, let's pull up excuse me. Yeah, I just got this weird. I woke up with a tingle in my throat, like just bizarre. Okay, let's see what the email here is.
Yeah.
Because we get you the form because I don't have any more slots if we have flash drive.
Please can forward it because I forgot my phone that also serves as my wallet.
Oh, gee.
And I drove here.
Well, I tried to use it.
Tony bought a copy this morning.
Hey, smart Tony. For the first time, I tried to use my wallet on my phone to pay for something, and I think it's an old card because I clicked on it, and the guy goes, "It's declining," and he said it like all like, "It's declining." I'm like, "No way in hell!" Like I'm like, "Are you sure?" I mean, I've never used it, so maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Try
Did
not
like
to
3
embarrass
times.
you.
He's
It's
like, "Yeah," and I'm like, so I went to my office and found out why.
Sorry.
Excuse me, it's us. Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So after, yeah. So, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go after everybody.
Well, yeah. So I think I'd rather you do it before because if he goes over or what happens afterwards, everybody's gonna be trying to leave.
I'll be quick.
So I'll have you come up. I'll have you come up before like reports. So normally whenever I go treasurer,
Yeah.
we'll have you come up. So I'll just say, Aaron, can you come up now? And then we can open up.
No, I'll just sit out next week.
The only one that would probably have paid is Christine in the back.
Yeah, you guys have. Oh.
There it is, Tony.
It'd be complicated. Just in the open.
I'm like, shit, there's a sign in and everything.
What is my Google password? Oh, I should have made you sign in. How about you sign in instead? Everything's on my phone.
My password is.
I think forever I've had like same password, and I was like, I should actually probably do a correct thing. Oh my God. Why is it going to the YouTube app?
It always does.
Oh, because you don't have Google File. Like for me, it just
Yeah, that's why.
built in. Okay, thank you. We sitting here today? That's fine. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
You good about you?
Where did that go?
You're working on it. They're really good. Yeah. That's the only thing I would. We wanted to, but I think I could. I know. That's why I like Fridays. I'm like, thank God, I'm not talking, I'm not doing it, man. I didn't do it yesterday. I was just, yeah, too. So I'm a first. Oh, yeah, Tuesday was yeah. Over and back. Over and back, just left at 5:45, got home at 6:45, and it's go over me. Home, hit the freeway, and back. I'll see how it goes. Make Smoky Mountain, get all that down. They're always like raising each other. Yeah, like you get that. And I'm the ball. Races up like they were gonna. They're forcing me. I would have raised this year. I would say tonight they were here. Winning a race. Oh, Heather and I like. Don't take it.
That's all I have to do.
All right, I'm gonna lower it down. Hey, how do we get it down though? Okay, cool. Okay, did you already, is it on? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Like that. So you're pretty good with this stuff, right? So fantastic. Sit right there. When something's not going right, I'm gonna ask you to come up and help. So, all right. All right. Let's kick this thing into high gear.
Good morning, Latest to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Now we're gonna do the four-way test of the things we think say or do in Rotary, emphasizing the bold text. So first.
Is it
Second.
All right, so the number one song, March 27, 2008. Does anybody want to guess?
Britney Spears.
March 27, 2008. It is not by Britney Spears.
Bye. B&G.
It is by Usher.
Which one was it?
Love in This Club by Usher. It was a great one. If you don't remember it, there's probably a reason why you don't. The number one movie, March 27th of 2018. Anybody want to guess? Nope. Horton Hears a Who.
Oh.
Here's a Who. That's exactly right. All right, so we've got a couple of visitors from the fire department, and the chief's going to speak to us a little bit. So we'll fly through our stuff so we can get them up here because we want to hear from them. And then we have another visitor that's visiting, Alex, I believe, right? Alex, and then I'm horrible with names from the fire department as well. And she is going to be the great person that's going to take the pain off of me from helping flip through slides. The beauty is everybody knows that I'm not that person, so I'll just end up breaking the computer. So she's going to save our butts. So you guys need to get more members, because we have no birthdays, we have no spouses' birthdays, we have no anniversaries, we have no Rotary members.
So we're looking for people for specifically this time.
Yeah. So that's you find somebody, but they wanted to be for now. We can backdate your members. We don't have a problem doing that. It's okay. We will do that. See, look, we can backdate his membership right there. We're backdating memberships. Alex is already in. So, okay. So report. No, you want to come up, Aaron, and give us your report?
They're gorgeous.
So the idea is that we have 1 month and a couple that are all year rounds. That's the word. So I gave you the wrong information. We're gonna swap that. And we're gonna start next week in April. And the first one is gonna be your planter bag. And so there's ways to do that. If you already have your own garden and you want to plant something, go ahead, do that. Tell me about it. You can get your batch. Second, you guys remember about a month and a half ago, the Adopt a Street Foundation came here, and Amy pointed out to me that they've got a tree planting on April 11th. Yes, April 11th, so 2 weekends from now. I already signed us up. So I was able to fill in. I meant to have a sign-in sheet, but I forgot it at home, so I'll have a sign-in sheet for next week, but it's going to be by the Posada Casino in Marysville, and it's 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. 9 to noon. Third way that you can earn that bad, if you want, I will bring you a pot and some bean or pea seeds, and you can just grow something yourself. So we start next week, and if you have questions or you want to participate, let me know.
Real quick, I saw this health one and it looks like blood. Are we allowed to draw blood from other people?
No. So yeah. So that is actually, you have all year to do your annual blood work. Either your annual physical or blood work.
Nice.
So.
Only if I'm allowed to.
I don't know what you guys want to be on.
Oh, that's good. Can go anyway.
Okay.
Hey, Gina, I think you guys are in school support ones.
So we have.
another guest.
You guys are like mimes back there, you know, it's great, so, yeah. So we have another guest, I mean,
I couldn't find Will Johnson. He is always have a hard time with the title. He works for Snohomish County. He's the chief DEI. You say DEI?
You can say it.
DEI. I'm sorry, officer.
Chief Diversity Equity Officers.
yeah, long time.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming. All right, we'll get through the reports relatively quickly. Lori, Christine, do you have anything for Lori by chance? No? So it's all good. That's, yeah, so perfect. President-elect, Lance, you have anything?
I hope to have a slate of officers to present to the club next week. We gotta give 30 days notice before we do a vote. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get it together by next week.
So here's obviously you guys know if you want to be in one of those positions, you can put your name in there too. And vote for it. Not to take. If Lance says, hey, here's who have, maybe at least they don't agree to do it, but if you want one of those roles, you definitely can put your name in, and then we can have a vote off, and that's kind of fun to ask who everybody else wants. Secretary.
Next board meeting is Wednesday, April 8th. There's a district 50-50 club assembly on Saturday, April 11th, 30 BC. Each club is best for 5 members to attend, whether you attend or not. Brian and I have talked about it, so if you are interested in going, let us know. That's assuming Brian gets a enhanced license across the border.
I realized my passport's expired. I was like, darn, we're gonna thank you.
You didn't get to the border, find out it expired.
Yeah, well, I don't want to do that. So we were going across the border once, and we were in my in-laws van when they came up to visit, and the Texas place came up from Texas, and the lady was so kind. So they asked if we had any kind of guns or any alcohol, cigarettes. We're like, no. And she goes, normally what we ask is if you have any bullets. And I'm like, interesting. She goes, well, if you have bullets, you have a gun. And she said, and we ask everybody from the South if you have guns. And I was like, interesting.
Did you have to declare your chili?
No, I brought the #1 chili with me, so I got through very easy.
Like many years ago, back in the day.
It was back in the day. It was
Preceded
yeah.
by.
Yeah. No. Let's see, Raquel's not here. Foundation, Bob.
Yes, I'm gonna say most of the minutes of it, as Janice and I are going to be attending
Yes.
by the grant writing section.
Cool. Club services, I mean.
So, I have reached out to, Dwellers Drink Free, and I have heard back from them today, to secure the date for our next fireside. I sent out a ton of cards. If somebody knows somebody who needs pick me up or have had an event in their life, please let me know so I can take care of that. The Porks and Cakes is going well. And I was hoping Raquel would be here today, so we could give you an update, but we're gonna be doing a presentation coming up soon, so we'll have that. So that's all I got.
Okay. Chris, do you have anything for international? Good.
Oh, good.
International's good. All right, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey.
The best part of the morning, I know you guys, every week, so dad's joke from the week, I'll give it to you. So first one, what do you call an alien who stands too close? A space invaders.
So bad.
Yeah, but when a big close kiss, we'll do this rabbit. So what do you call a rabbit with fleas? Bugs Bunny. Jeez. Oh, the joke I want to tell.
You can. We can. Except it is being recorded. All right, so that's it. Sergeant Worms. Yep, buddy.
Everybody have a brass tickets?
Yeah.
What is the file to their, Secretary?
I think 248.
Right. Oh, I don't know. There you go. Right. Pick up the red ticket, please, sir, read the last. Nice smile. 496. That's wrong. That's the. 496, got it. Yeah. Oh, they missed it. 96, yeah, I do. You need an order this time. Last time I take, let me make sure I take this duck out. Not yet. Last time half Valley's got to pull the winning duck now. You are. Oh, yeah. Checks in the mail. What's your cut now? Or either the person that's just. Oh, yeah, there's $5 also. Question.
No, you don't get the $5, right?
Yes, unless you ask them, and you know, there's opportunities to jump in.
I never taken no from someone who couldn't.
Why?
Do you have anybody online?
Take the $5.
Let's see.
Good.
Where's the Zoom? Where's the Zoom?
No pressure. All right, fine.
No,
I
doesn't.
Doesn't work. Somebody get some. Fine, stop fine.
Fine. I'm fine, and I'm fine.
You're fine.
Lack of bad.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, just get ready. All right. You're not, you're in the wrong job. So this morning, let's do some happy bucks and kind of, in the spirit of, our mayor, who's a member of ours. We just want to recognize his great service to our community. Let's laud that. Mr. President, would you like to start?
So my red happy buck is, I almost had the opportunity to run him over when he was crossing a crosswalk, but I chose not to. So, yeah, I mean, I'm coming down.
Was he in a crosswalk?
It doesn't matter where he was. Everything's perfect. So, you know, maybe I should have taken the opportunity. I don't know. Depends on what some.
I was deep in thought of how we're greasing.
Probably.
Looking forward to help.
Exactly.
We'll start over here.
Really happy to have Chief Director talk about your fire service. And about 2 weeks ago, I started work again. And so I feel his retirement for the third time. So I'm running a nursing home in Everett, and it's my first day. We get a call at 5:30 in the morning. State DSHS, Medicare, Medicaid surveyors are in the building. And they come once a year to survey, 6 surveyors, 5 days. And I thought, you know, they're gonna bring this whole thing off me. So, but my wife said, what are you gonna do? And I go, I'm just gonna stand and wait. They did a great job. So, this is my second week. You have more help. Big, yes. I take no time. All right. Well,
that's right. You can see your, but you're too full. I also thank you, Brett, for your service. Thank you.
We can still help.
Happy birthday. In the future, and happy birthday as well, because our daughter, who was graduated in May, just got hired by a campaign for a senator from Montana for running for governor. And I'm excited about that. But if he wins, she's gonna go to DC, which I don't love. So it's kind of a yeah.
But did we go on?
And happy birthday, you know, I have.
Happy to be here, with Brett, I talked to him, but you're doing a great job. We're doing a great job.
Right.
Well, I love you and your family, where you grew
will tell you this, I didn't make the decision without a great success. I can't say that is right now, but, every one of you will be.
Is where the plan?
Yeah, it's,
Where are the parks?
Glad that my boss is here to speak and, celebrate things about our fire district. And then Brett, thank you very much for your service. It is grown leaps and bounds with you at the helm, and, enjoy our collaboration on the fire department, just here being friends.
Next Friday, again, Brett, thank you, and.
I want to congratulate you on a wonderful job done for this city. Wherever you go, I know that you'll continue doing what you do best. Thank you.
tell me what that is.
First one is thank you, Brett, for your service in the community, for Rotary, particularly in helping me at the chamber. Appreciate that. Second of all, next one is if you haven't read the newspaper, you don't read text messages, you don't read emails, this might come as a surprise, but the chamber is sponsoring and hosting the farmers market starting on June 2nd to August 28th. That if we want to, we can go into September. We've had some great conversations with Monroe and Marysville, both on Wednesday. Ours is going to be on a Tuesday. So you will get the freshest fruits and vegetables. So come join us.
And Gary even negotiated with them. They're giving the entire vendor list from their farmers markets to us for their people. Like that is.
Monroe is not, but Monroe has written all of their vendors and told them about us. We are now, will officially launch everything probably this coming week. We're getting our website up. We're going to get cell phones. We have a manager. Corey West is going to manage that for us. And when we get funding, if I get my way, she will be the next chamber manager. But we need to get funding there. You can't do it on membership alone. You have to do it on a fundraiser. I do not want to put on the
I love my job.
Maybe she can put the deal on.
Farmers.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. Thank you. Pleasure. We'll see it in the year.
Yes, I see that. Excellent. Thank you. Welcome. Hopefully we're exciting place to be.
I am happy that my phone has stopped ringing the last 2 days this morning. But I'm super happy. My daughter Keisha, she was due Tuesday, so we're just waiting, and this one's gonna be a fun one. They didn't do any gender find outs for like another stinky little boy or a sweet little girl. We're just waiting. Yeah. One of each. No, it won't be one of these. I'll big enough. She's beautiful. No, I know, no. No. She's. I don't know what her name is. All I want to know is little boy or sweet little. Yeah. It could be a 60-year-old girl here. Thanks, Amy. Just recognize it could be a 60-year-old.
I get up 46 of you.
You're the ones who typically spread it. Are you gonna be there with grandchild before he does?
No.
No.
I'm not very happy that we're.
And, it has been really fun, working with you and, drinking coffee with the mayor, and I have really appreciated how, you've interacted with us. You're a very, very good listener. And I appreciate that about you, and we've had really good discussions about things that, we don't agree on. I think that's kind of the foundation of our friendship, is actually our conversation. And, you have made like civil engagement accessible, I feel like, for me especially, and I think for others, that you're such a personable person. And I miss you a whole bunch.
Thank you. David, is it going to tell you where you are at the city?
Yes.
Excellent. Come over here now. Are we happy?
Yes, very happy, couple of happy ones. Happy for you. Like many of us, it's a proposal that you're thinking that's going to be, I think you just like very accessible for helping those of us who have interests in civil court discourse and such. Also happy, my business Sound Surveillance got the security sound contract for Lake Stevens School already.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be signing that shortly.
I'm also happy that you are the reason that Tony and I are here ultimately, because we had things that we wanted to discuss. We met you at the coffee with the mayor, and that kind of just put us down this path. So thank you for your service. I'm also thankful for Amy, because she is really good at bringing up community service opportunities. And I forgot that tomorrow is egg stuffing at the mill.
Yes.
So, Amy, maybe you could tell me the hours. Is it like 10 to 2 tonight?
9 to noon.
Yep, that's why you got that.
That's it, yeah.
So if you want to come today.
And Brett said there's only 4 million people.
I didn't see an egg stuff.
I can make one.
Victor.
Yes, I have $5. I'm glad it's Friday, I'm happy it's Friday. And to the mayor, his presentation last week was superb. I was thrown by it and disappointed we didn't have more time to listen to more of your presentation. So thank you very much. Thank you.
I can do part of the walk.
I've got a happy 5, and one, it's Friday. 2 baseball started last night, so we are off and running here for us baseball geeks. That's a good start. And then just to say, thank you to Brett. You will be missed. You're a super good dude, and you've done great things for our community. It's nice to get to know you a little bit. Just appreciate what you've done. So thank you.
Speaking of baseball, a record was set yesterday.
That was.
Home run, so excited.
Get a home run.
Brendan, mayor saw him home, beat off a wall. First time in 50 years. First time in 50 home runs. There you go. Exciting game up till 8 at night. Of course, I'm gonna miss the stuffing because I'll be at a bus driver workshop tomorrow. Or the regional trainer association hosting a workshop. We're having drivers come in for our second season of Survivor. It's an exciting opportunity for them to learn ways to help students be successful bus drivers.
Oh, I thought it was when you learned like the wheels on the go round.
Oh, that's one on one, just like 501. Or even partnering with water department because sector and small up a bus, so people can find their way off the bus. Oh, tactically, not visually.
That's cool.
Good stuff. I know where I can take you. That's right where I want to bring. As others have said, Mayor, thank you for all the time with us. Our friendships. Thank you. I'm gonna go over here.
All right. Well, I also like to thank you for your service.
And it was, I did get the importance of the quality.
Thank you for responding to every phone call that I call, and always willing to meet for lunch and talk things over. As Amy shared, we didn't always agree on everything, but you were always willing to sit down and have a conversation. And I appreciate the partnership with Rotary, the partnership with Sherwood, the support that we've shown each other, the ideas that we have to work with the city that city responds to in a positive way. You were at the helm during huge growth there in this community. You've done a great job, and as a native Idahoan, I know that we'll welcome you with open arms.
So I'm gonna do $100 happy bucks on my tab. Then would like count out $154 worth of tickets for me next week. And so it'll all go back in the kitty one way or the other. It's super exciting to get my first W. Also, one of the big bummers about Brett leaving is when I moved to Lake Stevens, because my business was already kind of nationwide and all virtual, I didn't know anybody in Lake Stevens, so I searched LinkedIn and my 12,000 connections, and there was like 4 people that said Lake Stevens, and one of them was Brett. So I sent him a note on LinkedIn. I said, "Hey, I want to meet local people. Would you be willing to have coffee with me?" And I'm probably never going to get a response. Sure enough, he responded, and then gave me his cell phone number. We texted, went back and forth, got a chance to have coffee, and so it's really good. I'm sad that I don't get to give to your next campaign. I was looking forward to that, and maybe decades of relationship that somehow win me some political favor. That's all that super sad. And then I just remind everybody, this is Palm Sunday, so great day to go to church. If you're a churchgoer, invite somebody, because these next 2 weekends are some of the highest times somebody will accept your invitation and go along with you. So.
So with that, Paul, so I do have, I don't know, like $2,000 or $3,000 left in my campaign fund. And when you have surplus funds, you can donate them to a nonprofit, which I plan to give to the Little League, because no one gives to the Little League. So they'll get my a little bit of campaign funds left. So if you donate to the Little League, that would be a great campaign.
Text me how I do it. I will do that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. We might not think about moving that. There you go. Debbie.
Happy for the weather, errands, all of that, and it's sad for us to see you go, Brett, but happy you. This is a great place to raise a family and be, so wish you all the best.
Thank you.
But as soon as we found out that we were at the meeting and go for my boys to basketball, and I ran into him on our way back through, and our first ran. Gosh, where we want to go to. I mean, we've been trying to convince our boys with Boise for years. It's a wonderful place. I know that we served in Boise before coming here. The one thing that I mean, it's happy, but like Amy, it's a sad thing, because there is, I mean, I've worked in politics for 15 years or out here, and I've never, ran into a public official that is as open and transparent and sincere and takes time to meet with literally any constituent that wants to. So it's huge shoes to fill when it comes to just, I don't know, sincerity. That's a big part of being a public official, and you've nailed it. So yeah, tip my hat to you if I had one right now. In other news, completely unrelated, my boys, Anthony and Nathaniel, they have been standalone cousins on my side of the family forever. I'm one of the four siblings, and we just found out this last week. Both of my brothers are now, well, they're not having babies. Their wives are having babies. So yeah, we're super excited, and they've been waiting. So yeah, so Christmas this next year, my boys, the entire family's get together. We're gonna have 2 new little babies. Stinky girls or stinky boys.
Yeah.
We're super excited. So
your sons will have to show them the ropes.
Oh, man, and they're like, they were so.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Ladies?
You're a good human. I appreciate you always taking a call, answering a text, getting insight into how things operate, because people don't understand that. And then switching courses.
So do I.
That's, this weekend is David Girl Eagles Dad baby shower, so. Excited.
I have a happy 5. Brett, wishing you the very best in the next chapter. Thank you for your service to our country. Our city. Will, thank you so much for coming to Rotary. I know, because you're gonna love it here. And I'm happy that it's Friday, and Sherwood Gala is, their tickets, our early bird tickets are on sale through the end of the month. So if you ever buy your tickets to our gala, please consider you'll save yourself $25. And for all of you in the room who have supported by buying tickets, who've served on our board, who have sponsored, who have volunteered, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This group of humans, you all are amazing. We're so appreciative in the support. Thank you.
So to circle back around to my happy bucks with Brett, you guys hear me say everything nice about you, and I do agree with everything they said. You're always been, right? And so you can also thank me for not running you over, because you got to hear everything.
Yeah, I got the honor of, last 13 years serving as a fire commissioner for originally Lake Stevens Fire, but now Snohomish Regional Fire and Rescue, and additional, apparently missed the meeting because I'm the chair this year. But it's really something that I love to do. I love the mission, the philosophy, the values of our men and women that serve you, your firefighters and paramedics and administrative staff, people like Christy, who's amazing. And about 8 months ago, we went through the process when Kevin decided to retire to recruit. We did basically kind of a Western United States recruitment. And we had a number of just amazing candidates. And Chief Brian Park accepted our offer, came up from California. He's already become not only a Seahawk, but a Mariner fan. So we're a little worried that maybe he'd come up and want to be like one of those LA fans. But he's really fit in with what we do up here, and fit in. He and his family have moved here. And I'm going to turn it over to Chief Park, because he can tell you a lot of things that's going on.
I'll give Christy a minute to get set up. Yeah, so Christy's my boss, as she definitely runs things. I look for I'm not sure where the mayor went, but yeah, I just want to say a few words about him. That, not going to repeat anything he's already said, but he's been amazing. I'll say this, they say when you're in the workplace, there's several types of employees, and when they leave, it's the employee who you're like, whew, have fun, right? There's the employee that you go home and you wanted to just try to work with, get better. And then there's an employee that you tell your spouse about. I told my wife, we're just talking about you. So the state of the city the other night, I was on the treadmill in my garage, and I thought it was an amazing highlight of all the city accomplishments. And I literally tripped off my treadmill when he said, I'm out. I ran in my family room. I told my wife, and my wife is only lived here since October. And when I said the mayor of Lake Stevens is leaving, she's like, "What? Is he okay?" And so you've already left an imprint on my family, just like you have this community. And I'll say, just like Paul, when I moved here in July, one of my first things I did was Mayor Gailey took me on a walk around the lake. It's my Christmas card picture, by the way. Don't worry about it. But he took me on a walk around the lake and just told me about the community, and everything I've heard here today matches what I just saw the first 5 minutes. And so my happiness is having at least 8 months to get to know you and understand what the spirit of this community is. and really blessed that, that you've created such a great atmosphere of accessibility, partnerships and connectivity. And I heard it in the back from another, former elected official. It's a hard job and you have to make hard decisions every day. And there's always stakeholders who are disappointed. And the leadership courage I've seen you, display in the past 8 months inspires people like me to do my job because, again, there's always winners and losers in decisions, and you have to make some tough calls. And so I just want to say, on my heart, it's been an honor in the short time I've got to meet you, but it's definitely left a lasting impression on me, and I certainly know it has on this community. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Chief. But the wife didn't ask you to run for mayor?
No, she said run from me. So I think Rob's looking for something to do. State's come for just. So, but I just wanted to lead off with that. We would love if you're available on April 9th. We would like to say some special things by our board meeting, and we'd love if you have the opportunity to spend just 5 minutes with us.
That'd be great for me.
That evening, if we really want to honor what you've done for the community and being part of our partner.
Good.
And so, before I dive into anything, I just it just kind of reminds me of partnerships. Amy and I were talking before the meeting about the importance of community connection. And I shared with her a great YMCA story from 2 days ago. And these are the ones that just touched my heart. So 2 days ago at the YMCA in Monroe, somebody left their workout, collapsed in the parking lot, and it was a cardiac arrest. 2 employees saw this happen. One ran out, started CPR, one called 911, somebody else grabbed a knee. They started CPR, delivered a shock. By the time our folks got there and law enforcement got there, they continued CPR. That person's home. They're home right now. And so, something I saw here early on in this community, especially as the federal government's fallen apart, especially as DEM's becoming unfunded, it is the partner to partner, neighbor to neighbor connection that matters, right? And everyone in here is an extension of our team. Without the awareness of the people at the YMCA, without the law enforcement, without the dispatcher providing great instructions, that person is probably not home tonight. And so the one thing I want to emphasize is that everyone in here and in the community is an extension of our team. And without that, 911 only goes so far. We can only do so much by the time we get there when the clock's ticking. And so a couple challenges I like to throw out. I tell Ron my Pepsi challenges. I would like to come back here in the next few months and have everyone leave with being hands-only CPR certified. My goal is to make sure every Monroe and Lake Stevens employee gets that in the next 2 years. So I got to partner with your successor, big shoes to fill. And so, because that matters. And, if that doesn't happen before we arrive, we can only get there, 5 minutes out. If nothing happens for 5 minutes, nothing we do matters. And so the challenge I would give to everyone in here is show up to that meeting when we schedule it with the team here and leave better off for your neighbor, for yourselves and for your family. And so that's something that I will press on you. And so I just wanted to share that story because I'm like, when I got that phone call, I was excited. I'm like, I can't wait to see Amy Friday morning because YMCA success. So I just wanted to lead with saying thank you and how grateful we are for your service and really impressed, if I say nothing else today, the importance of neighbor to neighbor connection and support, and that you are really an extension of what we do. And we are, really out to sea without you. So just want to say thank you and challenge you to come in and get CPR certified. So thank you for the great introduction. Brian Park, I met a lot of you already in here. I get to see Gary more than most, so I appreciate that. Last night we got to celebrate at our board meeting National Red Cross Month. And so again, firefighters have heroes too. And I've been out there, and I know you've been out there as well. At 2 a.m. when someone loses everything that's important to them as far as their personal belongings, thank God we get their family. And the firefighters are happy we saved a life. And we turn around and there's a whole family sitting on the curb with nowhere to go. And when the Red Cross shows up, that is our lifeline in the middle of the road. And so we know that family has a place to sleep that night. And so we wanted to recognize that last night at our board meeting. And again, this is the connection, right? 911 is just, we are one piece of the puzzle. And it's an interwoven fabric of success that we have with all of our nonprofits, right? And all of our neighbors and stakeholders. And that's going to tie into next month, because next month is National Volunteer Month. And so we're going to be talking with this group about really honoring communities and groups like this who bring leaders together, who bring our nonprofits together, celebrate our food groups, and celebrate, our community leaders. And so you guys are the backbone of our community is what we do, and bring the business community together. And so being National Volunteer Month, Gary, be ready for an invitation, because we want to get our Rotaries and our Lions Clubs and all of our important volunteers to the board meeting to recognize really how valuable you are to us, because I know you do it for what's in your heart, and we want to celebrate that. So just some things to come. And with that, we have a short video that talks about the fire district for those of you who don't know, and then we'll talk about how we put out our content every month. And so, Christy, I'll let you play the video. And by the way, this shot a long time ago. I have learned how to say Snohomish by now, so don't judge. All right, I'm working on it. I just got off the bus at this point. All right. We are your partners. Snohomish Regional Fire Rescue. Proud to. Okay, let's start. Work in progress. Clearly, and I am here. Strategically located property. Yes. How do you? And equipment to respond quickly and professionally when used. Each year, Server answers approximately 12,000 calls for service, and more than 80% of those are EMS related. And we want to earn your trust. More or less. Service, communication, and collaboration.
We are SRFR, and we are accredited. In 2023, Snohomish Regional Fire and Rescue was the first department in Snohomish County to become accredited through the Center for Public Safety Excellence. Accreditation is more than a title. It's a commitment to continuous improvement across every aspect of the fire service. It drives us to deliver a higher level of service to the communities we protect. From the front lines to the classroom, accreditation also provides real value to our citizens by improving business practices, which can lower insurance costs while building a safer and stronger community.
We are SRFR and we are specialists. Fighting fires and EMS calls are not all we do here at Snohomish Regional Fire and Rescue. We also have highly trained firefighters that are trained in swiftwater rescue, hazmat, technical rescue, drone operations, wildland, and paramedicine. This allows us to provide skilled rescue and life-saving services across our district and beyond. And firefighters routinely train on these specialized skills to remain proficient when the call comes in.
We are SRFR, and we are with a community partner. Strong community partnerships are essential to keeping families safe and healthy. We believe the best way to protect lives is through prevention, by educating and connecting with people of all ages. That's why our educators are in our elementary, middle, and high school classrooms teaching fire and life safety skills. But our outreach doesn't stop there. We also partner with senior centers and assisted living communities to help people live safer, more fulfilling lives, while at the same time reducing the need for emergency medical services. The Snohomish Regional Fire Rescue also enjoys participating in community groups and events to help connect families with their fire districts. You can meet us at many of these events that are held throughout the year.
We are SRFR. We are one team. There are dozens of incredible people behind the scenes. We will go.
Including support staff, such as those in the shop, finance, strategic analysis, and much more.
It takes a team of people on the front line behind the scenes to effectively run each call with professionalism, tested data, accuracy, and passion.
And that is why Griffin is an incredible professional through service.
We are SRFR. We are professional partnership focused. All you have to do is all the work is happening every day behind the scenes to keep our community safe. From building plan reviews and safety inspections, fire code enforcement, and education. Prevention is at the heart of what we do. When you're enjoying a meal, sending your kids to school, or shopping locally, you can be reassured that our work of prevention and preparedness has made those spaces safe. Together, we protect lives by stopping emergencies before they start.
We are served
providing modern, reliable tools to respond to any emergency. With more than 35 years of clean audits from the Washington State Auditor's Office, we are proud to continue our tradition of strong oversight and fiscal responsibility on behalf of the community we serve.
We are SRFR.
We are here for you.
Day or night, 24/7, serving our community is our mission. We train constantly to be ready for any emergency. Because when seconds matter, preparation makes the difference. We are committed to being fiscally responsible.
Accountable and transparent, trust you place in us.
Most of all, we value our connection with the community.
And work every day to help you live safely and joyfully. This is who we are. This is who we are.
We are SRFR.
We are SRF.
We are SRFR.
Very good.
Yeah, so just a couple of things to highlight, accreditation is no checkbox. It's not a joke. It takes years to become accredited. And it's, a renewal every few years. One of our commissioners just got back from Florida doing the, annual review process. And so, what it does is it's not a gold star. It's a validation that our processes are legit. Our finances are, well-formed, and we're audited, and, we're the, only ones in the county. If there's only 300 in the world that are accredited. And so, we take that as a pride point. It is a lot to maintain, but there's a reason for it. And it's definitely the processes you develop along the way. It's not a gold star at the end of the day. And so there's a lot of things we do that others in this region don't. We had half the water rescues in the county this year. Our teams can be recognized nationally for what happened during flood response. When you compare, not that I, poke at our neighbors, but we have the fastest turnout times in the entire county when evaluated by the SNO, Regional Dispatch Center. We're proud of that. That's the time that the alarm goes off, that our folks get to the rig and get en route. There's a gap in between where our folks are across the board and where the rest of the region is. And so, we have an organization that is just interwoven with pride, because, 90% of our personnel grew up in these communities, grew up in Lake Stevens, went to high school here. What's going on with these high school sports teams here? I mean, what's in the water?
There's something water to the lake water.
I'll tell you what, don't drink the lake water. Holy cow. Good call. Okay, I like it. And so, but no, that's how our folks feel about the organization. They're proud to do what they do. I show up on weekends. I'll leave here. I'll go stop by the stations, on a Friday or Saturday, Sunday morning. They're just getting after it. I stopped by one of the stations. It was 7 a.m. New Year's Day, and I saw 5 people out back. It was like 20 degrees throwing ladders. Like 7:30 in the morning. I'm walking my dog. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm training. But it's where I was from, and like that one person. There's one person in my entire agency that lived in the city. And so it's just different here. Like everyone is either from Monroe or Clearview, Mulpey, or Lake Stevens. And there's a sense of ownership and pride when you know where you came from and you know that it might actually be yours or your neighbor's house. And I'll tell you, it inspires me every day to know that our people are doing things for the right reason, in the sense of, community involvement, in the sense of just engagement. Last weekend we had our annual Scout Day, and I'll tell you what, you could barely even get in the room with the amount of off-duty personnel in every division. Our finance people were there. On their Saturday afternoon, as their kids are starting sports seasons and baseball and everything else, they took time out on their day off to come in and just be a part of it. And I got to tell you, like we couldn't pay overtime for people to come do that in my former life because, everyone's got their own things to do, but it's just different here, which is what I recognize when I walk around the lake with the mayor, but what I see every day in groups like this. So, I got to tell you, it fills my cup to be here, and it certainly inspires our people when we see groups like this engaged to the level they are. So I just wanted to, just a few highlights for the district and what we're doing, and it's I'm just as proud as folks who do it because I get to see them in real time every day. So speaking of celebrating success, One thing we started doing this past year, a lot of departments do real great annual reports. We do a monthly report. And so each month, so we always capture the previous month, right? So each month, my second challenge you is sign up for our newsletter and our, was it called Chimp something?
MailChimp.
MailChimp, yeah.
Information's in the back, but
Gotta
I
ask my
can,
boss.
you can come to me if you have any questions.
So please scan the QR code, sign up, because there's so many amazing things we do every month and every day. I mean, we had several, speaking of neighbor to neighbor, the 3 weeks ago, I don't know if you saw in the news, we had the Vietnam veteran throw a ladder to his neighbor's second-story dream, pull his neighbor out. So his neighbor had, severe smoke inhalation, just been extubated, will be headed home soon. That doesn't happen without the neighbors. And so there's things that we want to celebrate every day. And if I try to do this in an annual report, it'd be War and Peace. It'd be, 900 pages long. And so I just want to say that we put this out once a month. We go back one. So we typically start off with an employee spotlight, and I'm not going to go through every page, just an example of what you're going to see every month. We do an employee spotlight. So we talk about our PIOs last month, and certainly we wanted to highlight the work our chaplains do. So just like the Red Cross, we go on these tragic events and our firefighters, do the best they can, and not, they're not all great outcomes, right? We had one with a 24-year-old girl with a tree last week, and our firefighters are sitting there, exhausted for putting in the effort, mentally, physically, and now we have surviving family members. And when these chaplains show up, it is like a lifeline to us to know that they can continue on that compassion of care and continuum of care with the family for those incidents that we couldn't make a difference on and a positive impact. So we definitely want to highlight, we have a very robust chaplain program. We're extremely grateful to them. Then we do some district highlights. One of our members, Tracy Ryder, she's a rock star. She's one of throwing ladders out on New Year's Day, by the way. Tracy's one of our rock star firefighters. She was invited to the Silver Tips Hot Heroes Night in Everett, and she did a rappelling thing before the show. It was amazing to see.
And you did too, Christy?
Of course.
Yeah.
Every other game is mine. Yeah, she just took one of them. Yeah.
So, and then we do a whole operations section. We got a water rescue in February. So we try to highlight every division of the organization. We talk about what we do with training, continuous pursuit of excellence. We highlight our flag ceremonies, which are our retirements. We have one tomorrow, a 35-year employee who, so this is great. So Rod Hewitt grew up in Monroe, and we have a picture of him. I wish I had it on here. We had a picture of him standing next to our Persh, our antique fire engine that sits at headquarters in Monroe. So we have a picture of him as a 6-year-old boy before the Monroe parade when he was a kid, right? 35 years later, he drove the Persh in the last year's parade with his son. I mean, when I talk about community involvement, how cool is that, right? So we have both pictures on side by side. It's amazing. So, we definitely want to, our retirees, we definitely keep the retirees near to our heart. So, I just wanted to call Rod Hewitt for the amazing work he's done for, almost 4 decades. The big project's coming. We are doing a rebuild of Station 32 down in Monroe. And obviously right across the street at Station 81, groundbreaking in June. And so you're gonna have to come back for the grand opening. We'll invite you back up.
We'll see if I make it.
Yeah. First beers on me across the other street. So yeah, really excited. And levy season's coming, and let some secrets out. We haven't done a levy lift in years, and we are not keeping up with inflation. And some of these stations, when I got here, I'm like, holy cow! We have 3 people sleeping in the same bedroom. We have, we don't have diesel extraction and smoke systems in some of the stations. This is one of them. And the cancer, kills firefighters at a rate that's unsustainable at some of these station conditions. And our people, we're used to it. I'm like, that's not good enough for me. And so privacy is a thing. health and safety is a thing, and so is, having modernization of buildings. And so while these may look like Taj Mahal buildings, they're certainly not. Ron and his team is responsible for that. Chairman Steinruck is part of that team as well, and they put a lot of energy in getting the best bang for buck. But some of these stations I mean, they're lucky to be standing up at this point. And so, these are very thought out, long-term investments on 50-year buildings that are certainly, these two are well past the end of life. I told our firefighters, they're like, we're just kind of used to it. I said, if I bring my wife in here and show her this is where you guys are sleeping, she's going to string me up. So, I mean, privacy alone, right? Down in Monroe, we have 3 people in a room that is, smaller than this area here. And, we're proud to have a lot of females in the firefighter. We're proud to have people with different diversity of values and backgrounds. And, I wouldn't want to sleep, in the same room with Ron because I snore. And Ron needs his beauty sleep. And so, but imagine sending your spouse to work knowing that you're 2 feet away from anyone else all night, all summer. We can't, right? So, right. And so, so, these are investments that are long overdue that we're going to be making for the health and safety of our folks. We definitely talk about our support services each month with the great work our fire marshal's office is providing, and they're cranking out. Just a plug, I believe Lake Stevens is like top 3 in the state in turnaround time. Am I close on that for permits? Top 3. Yeah, so we're happy to be just somewhere in that connection, but it's really their development planning and leaders' intent is what gets us there. So great job, little plug. And then our logistics team, we are a soup to nuts organization. And what I mean by that is you won't find many fire districts around that offers, that has our own shop. We wrench on a lot of other fire departments apparatus. We provide water rescue training to a lot of other departments. We have our own finance, we have our own HR, we have our own, so we are a full service organization of almost 300 employees. And so we definitely, there's a lot of economy of scale there with what we do. We don't have to farm out individual pieces of it. We provide fire marshal services to places like Sultan and some of these places that aren't in the district, because they don't have the resources to do it. And so we definitely are a full service organization. Community relations, obviously you saw Caitlin and Peter, and I'm sure everyone's seen them out in the community doing the great work in the schools and doing sidewalk CPRs and things like that. Go ahead. And then we
I included that one.
It's still cold. Oh my gosh. That was the worst. And so, yeah, the cannonball off the boat for the polar plunge. Aaron, I want my badge because that was horrible. That was horrible. Thank you. Yeah, someone dared me to do it, and I think, Chrissy ordered me to do it, by the way. But what a great event for a great cause. Let's, and I applaud Chief Azizos for, really sponsoring the Special Olympics and for the fundraiser there. We did take Go Hawks. We did take our Proby group. This was funny. So we put about 2 probationary classes through a year for training. And so everyone had red shirts, our probationary group. And we do like a hike. I take them up to Walls Falls every year, just to a team building, talk about. And someone was, hey, instead of doing a hike today, it's the parade. I'm like, okay. So it was great. We went down to the parade and we brought the groups, and we talked about the core values of the Seahawks and how, they weren't on anyone's top 10 pick to win the Super Bowl last year, but there was some courageous leadership moves, with Geno Smith and some of the other, things that everyone's scratching their head at. Wait, we're going to bring in who? Sam Darnold, right? That took a lot of courage, right? When I talk about the mayor and some of the courageous moves he's made here that may have seemed unpopular at the time, but then when we see that tree grow, we're all enjoying the shade now. We wanted to talk about, we didn't just want to go take a joyride with our recruits. We wanted to talk about how it did take the entire team and their front office and their HR division and the leadership courage and some of the things that got them there. And so, you know, we use that as a leadership exercise. But as Greg said, this red blob follow me around. So everywhere, even on ESPN, you just see the red blob. But everyone knew we were down there. So yeah, that was a great event. We want to support our local team, so that was fun. And then we always talk about upcoming events at the end of these, you know, whether it's, you know, something in our open house or our adult senior safety classes or ball prevention or flag ceremonies with our retirements. We have two over the next 2 weekends. So this is just a 1 month. You know, a lot of organizations, you see this is their annual report, and we really try to make sure people have the full access to celebrate really the great things the folks in our organization and our communities are doing. And, you know, we are certain to include things that are part of the Rotary and the Red Cross and volunteers. And, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, the leadership at Lake Stevens and the cities of Monroe and our communities of Mulview, Clearview, Mulvey, I can't even say it, that's where I live, that they know that they're represented and they are 100% part of our team. And we want to make sure that they know that, because, and I'll be honest, when the district grew, and it, you know, it was, you know, Lake Stevens Fire, and it was Monroe Fire, and then it was District 7. You know, I know that the concern is we kind of lose that hometown feel here in the top fire department. And that's, you know, we really want to make sure that we keep that connectivity, which is why many of the people who grew up there still work in those districts. You know, most of our people who are working over here at 81s grew up here, we're still a part of that organization. And what it does provide us, though, with that economy of scale, is to keep price down, to keep education up, and to really have the resources to get out and connect to a lot of our neighbors. So we try to help them as well. We try to help our neighbors in Marysville and, you know, and Granite, Solon, and you know, that's why we provide their mechanic service, some of these other things. You know, we try to be a good, bigger brother, because it is, when we have a fire in this county, there's not one agency that fights a fire by themselves, because we share resources. And, you know, the fire we had 2 days ago, that was wind driven, our Battalion Chief Shevlin, who was just getting off work this morning, I saw him, he just got back, he grew up in Australia, so his accent on the radio is awesome. It's hilarious. He just gets off the bus, 12-hour flight, and his first day, ripping fire, was it Tuesday afternoon, and the wind is howling, and I'm listening to it on the radio as I'm driving up, and, you know, you'd have thought he didn't skip a beat for being off for a month, and, being, sleep deprived, but he's been up here his entire career. And so there's definitely not a loss of a community from our standpoint. And I know how important that is, especially when I talk to the mayor about that too. And I talk to the leaders at Monroe, and I know that's a concern when you give up your hometown department. But we really haven't. What it does is provide us the opportunity to do much more than we would have individually. And so we really want to make sure that we continue that message, and that people know that, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of things we do if we had stayed small like that, and that there's a benefit. And I'm sure promises made when we do these things, and we're reaping the benefits of that now. There's no way that District 7 or Lake Stevens Fire could have done a Crab Nation or had their own shop or done some of these things we do, because of that, like I said, economy of scale to get there. So, we want to make sure that as we grow, that we're not losing that hometown feel, that hometown touch. So that's definitely near and dear to us.
Is the territory of Surfers.
So we cover from Clearview, Mulvey, all the way up to here.
Okay.
And so Snohomish proper is Fire District 4. They have 3 stations, and so they're the donut hole in the middle of the district. So we start at the north end of Bothell, and in that Clearview, Mulvey area, which is where I live, and then cover Monroe proper, and then all the way up here to Lake Stevens. So it's about 160,000 miles, or I'm sorry, 130 miles, 160,000 people. So it's a big footprint, 10 stations, and like I said, very proud of how we've strategically outlined our stations and our response. Oh yeah, so there you go. And so with that, thanks Aaron for bringing that up, because that those are things I wanted to share, and I just want to know if anyone had any specific questions on what we're doing, on how to sign up, on how to find us, on what we could do better. And so I just open it up to the group if there's anything, any blanks you need us to fill in, or anything you wanna learn about the district.
This would say is things to be factored sheet, so we're bringing this to fantastic job.
Thanks, Christy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're very proud of our team. And you know, I'll say you can tell a whole lot by an organization on how many vacancies they have, and we have like a 0% vacancy rate. I mean, the only thing we have vacancies, I know I'm gonna have one Saturday because somebody's retiring, right? But you know, on our shop and our admin building and our firefighter levels, the only times we have vacancies are when somebody retires. It's crazy, and people are so proud to come to work and energized. And I walk around and say hi to people. You just feel buzz about people who show up, people proud of what they do. You know, whether you're doing GIS or analytics or fire prevention or strat planning or working in the shop, you know, and the commissioner can speak to this. It's really inspiring to see that people just really love what they do.
Surfer is pretty amazing. Gary and I had the opportunity to be on the community advisory board. So we see what you guys are doing firsthand and appreciate the questions that you ask us citizens. And I just, from a nurse perspective, a mom perspective, a Rotarian perspective, Surfers just is excellent and really sets the bar. And I just appreciate everything that you do. I'm so happy that you're here.
So I got this fun fact. I got to sit when so Amy and the commissioner and Rob, they know about my journey. Appreciate that decision. My decision to move out of state was family and medical things and daughters. But and so you know, I came kicking and screaming because my wife said we're leaving. But I'll tell you, it's the people I met that first week, Gary and Amy. I'm sitting on an interview panel, and Amy is a panelist. And I'm like, I'm either crushing this or it's terrible. She had this hell on her face. And I'm like, she was freaking me out. And I'm like,
she freaks us all out. Don't
no. Like, should I just leave now or should I just stay? I don't know, but you completely freaked me out. So congratulations. So yeah, you're not the only one, right? Yeah, trust me. Trust me. Oh gosh. I've done all that on both sides. On a lot of panels. I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Like,
Tell them what your wife does, because I think you guys are just an amazing package too. And that's very valuable, to our community.
Okay, so yeah, my wife, she's in the medical field as well. She's a respiratory therapist, but she specializes in ECMO, which is heart-lung bypass. And so it is a very small niche. She wanted a job when she got off the bus because she's driven like no other. And so she does work at labor delivery, we're proud. But she has since found it's like a travel nurse job for ECMO doing bypass because it's a small niche. She worked at Children's Los Angeles, which is one of the most innovative hospitals in the world, especially for that space of medicine. And I've asked her to please just retire and enjoy my daughters and my dogs. And she is so fascinated by the innovation and the science of it. You know, so ECMO therapy is today what an AED was 30 years ago. It is the next thing. I think Minnesota just bought a $20 million ECMO ambulance. And where she did it in Los Angeles, she gets job offers once a week to do that. So she's working yesterday in Seattle doing that. So we're hoping that the only 3 places they do it in this area are UW, Children's, and then and a place that coordinates travel. And so we're hoping that we get that into more hospitals because doing bedside heart-lung bypass is like the next iteration of evolvement of hospital care. So yeah, she's got the looks and the brains of my house, thank goodness. But yeah, she is so driven just by the technology and the opportunities there. And Ron and Commissioner will tell you, we are spending a whole lot of energy on mental health and wellness in the fire department right now. Police and firefighters suicides far exceed, shootings or firefighters lost in the structure fire, and by a big gap. And so I gotta say that my wife, not only does she inspired me with her drive, but, you know, everything she does is heart-lung bypass for pediatrics. Not a lot of great outcomes there, right? So, you know, I see firsthand, you know, what courage and compassion people support, especially for a bunch of hardened cops and firefighters. And so we are doing everything we can to break down those stigmas, to provide outlets, we're bringing in, you know, we had, you know, 24 requests for additional personnel in this year's budget, and we brought in 2 spots. One was an integrated, you know, clinician just for this, and one was for our PIO department, because we need to do more education and fall prevention procedures, and that's it. And so, you know, thank you for bringing up my wife, because, you know, now you put a tear in my eye, because she really just inspires me every day, and I just try to keep up with her a little bit. But yeah, so thank you for that. That's what she did.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot in common. We're both retired military people, although he's a full colonel and I wasn't. But one of the things we do in the military and first responder network is we talk about challenge points. And I have kept some challenge points. I know we're called Surfer now, so I'm supposed to talk about where we came from, but I'm going to. This is Vic Stevens Fire Rescue and Medic Challenge Point.
OG calling. I love it.
Yeah, that I want you to take with you and you know, the topic.
So in the video, I mentioned homeowners insurance rates. Our homeowners insurance rates actually have a huge component of what they do. If they're underfunded, they're going to go down. Your insurance rates are going to go up. They are affected by it. So, you know, when these levies come up, really look into it, find out if it's something you want to do, because if we don't fund them, they're not going to put out our fires. So, Eileen, what do you have?
Today's quote by Simon Sinek, and it is, things that matter are difficult. If we want to do things that matter, it's going to take effort.
All right, go find something difficult. Adios.
Not very difficult, don't you worry.
Starting a business, easy.
So you were gone. I was gone.
Yeah.
You're back.
I am back.
So, yeah, we have that grant thing tomorrow. But I did go to a couple of gardens when I was out there.
Yeah,
Got some
I want to hear
ideas.
that.
And so we should find a time to maybe even go out to the site. So now that I have it, hopefully now I can maybe look at that from a different perspective.
Yeah,
So
I would love that. This weekend is pretty busy for me.
yeah,
My work thoughts.
got to. But I
I know, I would love to connect on that. I can usually make like flexible.
Counties on your stuff, just figure out this time. As long as it's not too early. Yeah. All right. Turn off the lower again. Yeah.
Okay, now we'll have, Mr. Mao.
Let's do it, all right, all right, well, yes, I have a few things to say.
Why are you leaving? For the record. For the record, yeah.
And then I also looked at the King, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's good. Good, yeah. Nobody's here.
The King County native plant list as well to get for some reference as well. So I've got a list of potential stuff. I think we can have a lot of fun with it. Do you remember when you met with the city? Also, can you schedule another city meeting with? for us? Okay. Okay, yeah. Fair.
Excited about something. Well, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So they should be part of this.
Right.
So they were great.
Okay. Do you?
What project is it? You what? Oh, yeah. Need any help with that, let me know.
Um,